Tired of constant blonde jokes, a blonde dyes her hair brown. She then goes for a drive in the country and sees a shepherd herding his sheep across the road. "Hey, shepherd, if I guess how many sheep are here, can I keep one?" asks the blonde. The shepherd is puzzled but agrees. She blurts out, 352. He is stunned but keeps his word and allows her to pick a sheep. "I'll take this one," she says proudly. "It's the cutest." "Hey, lady," says the shepherd, "if I guess your real hair color, can I have my dog back?" What's the difference between a bachelor and a married man? Bachelor comes home, checks out what's in the fridge, and goes to bed. Married man comes home, checks out what's in the bed, and goes to the fridge. A man boarded an airplane and took his seat. As he settled in, he glanced up and saw the most beautiful woman boarding the plane. He soon realized she was heading straight towards his seat. As fate would have it, she took the seat right beside his. Eager to strike up a conversation, he blurted out, "Business trip or pleasure?" She turned, smiled, and said, "Business. I'm going to the annual Nymphomaniacs of America convention in Boston." He swallowed hard. Here was the most gorgeous woman he had ever seen, sitting next to him, and she was going to a meeting of nymphomaniacs. Struggling to maintain his composure, he calmly asked, "What's your business at this convention?" "Lecturer," she responded. "I use information that I have learned from my personal experiences to debunk some of the popular myths about sexuality." "Really?" he said. "And what kind of myths are there?" "Well," she explained, "one popular myth is that African American men are the most well-endowed of all men, when in fact it is the Native American Indian who is most likely to possess that trait. Another popular myth is that Frenchmen are the best lovers, when actually it is men of Mexican descent who are the best. I have also discovered that the lover with absolutely the best stamina is the southern redneck." Suddenly, the woman became a little uncomfortable and blushed. "I'm sorry," she said. "I shouldn't really be discussing all of this with you." "I don't even know your name." "Tonto," the man said. "Tonto Gonzalez, but my friends call me Bubba." A young woman brings home her fiancé to meet her parents. After dinner, her mother tells her father to find out about the young man. The father invites the fiancé to his study for a drink. "So what are your plans?" the father asks the young man. "I am a scholar," he replies. "A scholar? The father says. "Admirable. But what will you do to provide a nice house for my daughter to live in, as she's accustomed to?" "I will study," the young man replies, "and God will provide for us." "And how will you buy her a beautiful engagement ring, such as she deserves?" asks the father. "I will concentrate on my studies," the young man replies. "God will provide for us." "And children?" asks the father. "How will you support the children?" "Don't worry, sir, God will provide," replies the fiancé. The conversation proceeds like this, and each time the father questions, the young idealist insists that God will provide. Later that evening, the mother asks, "How did it go, honey?" The father answers, "He has no job and no plans, and apparently he thinks I'm God." A woman is in the delivery room giving birth. The doctor tells her to push. She does, and the baby's head pops out. The doctor says, "Oh, your baby has slanted eyes." To which she replies, "Yeah, I heard those Chinese men were pretty good, so I decided to give them a try." The doctor shrugs it off and tells her to push again. This time, the baby's body comes out. "Holy shit, your baby has a white body," the doctor says. "Yeah, I heard those white men were pretty good, so I decided to give them a try," she says. The doctor shrugs it off again and tells her to push one more time, and that will be it. So she does. And the legs come out. Holy shit! Your baby has black legs, the doctor says. Yeah, I heard those black men were pretty good, so I decided to give them a try, she says. So the doctor shrugs it off once more, ties the umbilical cord and slaps the baby on the ass so it starts to cry. The doctor turns to the woman and asks, "How are you going to deal with a baby who has slanted eyes, a white body, and black legs?" The woman replies, "I'm just glad it didn't bark." Mike was having a terrible day, and he and Bob just finished the front nine. Bob asked him, "You're not your old self today. What's the matter, Mike?" Mike, looking glum, said, "I think my wife's dead." "Wow, that's terrible," said Bob. "Wait a minute. You say you think your wife is dead. Why aren't you sure whether your wife is alive or not?" "Well, the sex is the same, but the dishes are piling up." A man walks out to the street and catches a taxi just going by. He gets into the taxi, and the cabbie says, "Wow, perfect timing. You're just like Dave." The passenger asks, "Huh, who?" The cabbie explains, "Dave Smith. He's a guy who did everything right all the time. Like when I came along just when you needed a cab, things happen like that to Dave Smith every single time." The passenger remarked, "There are always a few dark clouds over everybody." "Not Dave Smith," the cabbie replied. "He was a terrific athlete. He could have won the Grand Slam at tennis. He could golf with the pros. He sang like an opera baritone and danced like a Broadway star. And you should have heard him play the piano. He was an amazing guy." The passenger said, "Sounds like he was really something special." The cabbie replied, "There's more. He had a memory like a computer. He remembered everybody's birthday. He knew all about wine, which foods to order, and which fork to eat them with. He could fix anything, not like me. I change a fuse, and the whole street blacks out. But Dave Smith could do everything right." The passenger was amazed. "Wow, what a guy." The cabbie continued, "He always knew the quickest way to go in traffic and avoid traffic jams. Not like me. I always seem to get stuck in them. But Dave, he never made a mistake, and he really knew how to treat a woman and make her feel good. He would never answer her back even if she was in the wrong, and his clothing was always immaculate. Shoes highly polished, too. He was the perfect man. He never made a mistake. No one could ever measure up to Dave Smith." The passenger asked, "So, how did you meet him?" To which the cabbie answered, "Oh, I never actually met Dave. He died and I married his wife."